back in, everyone, to EA Sports coverage of the NFL. You haven't missed a thing as we're just about set for the opening kickoff. Josh Lambo set to go, and we are underway here in Jacksonville. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the...
And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down.
Defense.
So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
On first down, it's Watson. And he's got Jordan complete right side. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty is going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
A give to Anderson here out of the gun. And right away they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. For this defense for the Jags, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
I have to admit I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape, because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. They'll find Miller. That's complete. 2 yards is all they get on the completion. It's 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And that will hit and continue on out of bounds. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, you put those big cans down on the sideline and angle for them and shot for them. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. They'll run with Etienne. And they're going to get the first down here as he's up to the 14. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
Now, these 2 teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, week 8 to be exact. And it was the visiting Jaguars who won that ball game, so they'll look to make it a clean sweep here at home in Jacksonville.
They go play action with Lawrence. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Caught on the right side by Adams. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Pretty darn good, as you see right there on your screen.
I'll echo that. Darn good. 2 touchdowns, right? And the ability to be in sync with each other, right? To understand that he's going to be where the quarterback expects him to be when the ball is thrown.
That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, and defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
Hayden Hurst, former first-round pick, the intended target. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Watson, and it's 3rd and short. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. Again, it's Watson. And that is taken in by Hurst. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Back to throw, Watson. Throw complete right side to Cooks. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations, quite the accomplishment. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. To throw is Watson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And it's now 3-0 Texans. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Lawrence. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. Touchdown! Robert Tunyon, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars have taken the lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now he can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Houston's offense taking over again.
And partner, let me make a quick pivot here. Season winding down. They're number 32 in offense this year. The last in the league. Where do they go?
Anywhere and everywhere, but they have to do it with a plan. And I think about Atlanta a bunch of years ago. They decided they wanted to get what they thought was going to be a franchise quarterback, and indeed he is, Matt Ryan. But they had to supplement it. They went free agency, got a running back, came back and traded back into the first round in the same draft to get a left tackle to protect him. Really supplemented that pick, complemented that pick, and went to the playoffs the very next year.
Well, maybe they can use that and carbon copy it. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. Watson. Quick slant here to Smith. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They'll run on first down. Funk fights through him, fighting his way. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Out of the gun, Watson. And it's caught. And he's brought down. And between the last two plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field.
Well, these two teams, they met earlier in the year in Jacksonville with the Jags coming out on top. So a win here in Jacksonville would give them the season series.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Watson going to try and run it.
And he fights his way into the end zone for a Texans touchdown. Deshaun Watson.
Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run.
And the Texans have retaken the lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
This return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later. Hey, it's game day again, but I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Well, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. Another good run there. He's been good all season long. I don't know if he's going to win that MVP award, but just to be in the discussion, obviously that means he's had a great run.
The raw numbers put him in the discussion. Can he carry his team to enough victories? Can he put them in a spot where we say to ourselves, well, an MVP carries his team to the playoffs. That's what he's going to need in order to get that award.
From just shy of midfield, Lawrence. Sharks got it, left side. Brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40. Late in the season now, MVP chatter starts, and he might be on the fringe. This is always an award that goes quarterback, running back, usually quarterback. A lot of bias. Does he deserve consideration?
He more than deserves consideration because the way the game is played in the NFL now, it's a pass-first league, right? So that means that people are going to adjust their defenses for him each and every week, and he's still putting up big-time numbers. I know the quarterbacks, the running backs get it, but he should be firmly in the race for MVP.
Well, they gave themselves options there on the third down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
And now the throw taken in by Chark. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. DJ Chark Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Jaguars have retaken the lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Comes Houston. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives. So a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator is a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch. On 2nd and 12, Watson. This is Smith with a grab. He's at the 50, 30, the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Traquan Smith, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Texans on just 2 plays have taken the lead. They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A 2-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's doing his job, but the bottom line, they're losing. They've got a deficit to make up here, and he knows it.
And quarterbacks who last in this league learned that lesson really early. You may have had a great stat line and felt pretty good about how you played, but if your team didn't win, it almost doesn't matter. And right now he's adopted that attitude. How do I get better? How does my team get better? How do we find a way to win the game?
Now he's hoping to lead his team to a successful drive. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Lawrence to throw. And that's complete to Etienne out of the backfield. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. So, Charles, here we are, Week 17. Both of these teams playing their 16th game of the regular season, and obviously for decades, that was the full season. But as we all know, a little strange, still one more game to go next week.
Yeah, Brandon, I think we're both interested to see how things play out next week because we know their division titles and wild card spots up for grabs, so those teams, no doubt, they'll be all in. But how would you like to go in front of a team that's 3-13 and say, okay, guys, one more time, let's go get them. If we win, it benefits someone else.
And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on 3rd down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on 3rd downs all year long. Now Lawrence on first down. He finds his man, complete. It's McLaughlin, and he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
On second down, a run with Etienne. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And hold everything here because DJ Chark, after that last play, went down, and he's yet to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Running out of the gun with Etienne. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there. Of course you're going to give it to him.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you run into slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Second down and goal. Lawrence. They'll drop this one off with Etienne. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Etienne with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambo, and that will make this a 4-point game. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking
wide open, complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now it's Watson. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Another try after the 1st down sack. Watson. That's the tight end Hurst with it. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down. But this is a quarterback that's already in the top 100 all-time in passing yards, but that last throw going to move him past Roger Staubach on the all-time list. Roger Charles at 22,700.
Don't forget, he also won 2 Super Bowls, played from 1969 to 1979. And I would dare say Roger's numbers would be larger. But remember, he had a commitment to the Navy. A graduate of the Naval Academy. And back then, you had to serve your 5-year hitch before you could go on and join the NFL.
Finding Miller once more, complete. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando. That's where we check. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 30. The
Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
They'll run. It's ETN.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Lawrence. He finds his man. Complete. That's McLaughlin. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 37. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 37-yard line.
Now Lawrence to throw. That's going to be caught. It's Shenault.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Laviska Shenault.
His second touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars add on to their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
How about the throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Point after by Lambo, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
K'Lavon Chaisson
able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. To try again after the sack. Watson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long. The Dodgers that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over.
And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
A handoff for ETN.
As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39.
69 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Another tote for ETN.
And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence. And that's complete to Adams. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 18. 12 yards there as they move the chains. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in his performance.
And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They'll run it again with Fournette. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. From 8 yards out, and the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is lets you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A run there on 1st down gets 3 up to the 28.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 1st downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd and 7, Watson. He goes underneath for Anderson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. From the gun, here's Watson. It's caught. Smith. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Watson off play action. This is Miller, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another 1st.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
On 1st down, Funk. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Here's Watson. Complete. Smith has it. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 3rd and 2, Watson. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Watson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. And the Jacksonville offense on their way out again as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC.
Now ETN to start the drive.
And able to get it across the 10 to the 15.
89 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
And now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10.
From the shotgun, Lawrence
steps away to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Connection made with Chenault.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Lawrence will throw.
It's caught here by Adams. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Christian Kirksey gets him for a loss of a yard, and it will bring up 3rd down. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Now a leaping catch. He's got it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive?
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Batting that one free defensively was Lonnie Johnson.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence to Chenault on the slant. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Lawrence going to throw again. Being chased out left. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. So now from a defensive perspective, they might still have a pulse.
Yeah, that probably would have sealed their fate, but now they're still within 2 scores.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Miller. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Watson now to throw. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case. Down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
On 1st down, it's Watson. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
They'll find Miller. That's complete. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Watson. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 7 yards, the pickup there. Watson to throw. And this one complete to Smith. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And the Jags grab it.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take it 7. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. To throw, Watson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Here's Watson. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down. And after the broken tackle, couldn't get free for much space. Taken down right at the 10. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And the Texans are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. The 6, and this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for 1 here and save the possible 2-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for 2 here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now. and come back and try and get it later.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good, as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. And this is going to be recovered by the Jaguars. And that should just about do it. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here's Etienne.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
8 yards to go on 2nd down. A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne.
A nice move he had, but can't break away. And he's brought down just inside the 30. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
On 3rd down, here's Etienne.
And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23.
114 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne.
And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one.